All right, thanks for staying with us. It's time now to take a look at stories making headlines on the front page of Nigerian newspapers. And I begin with The Nation newspaper. The major story here says, renewed hope is here. Vote Asiwaju Bola Tinubu for president and Kashim Shettima for vice president. All the details you find on the front page of The Nation newspaper. We move now to The Punch newspaper. CAN, that's the Christian Association of Nigeria, probes alleged Obi's 2 billion naira largesse. PCC claims blackmail. CAN probes alleged Obi's 2 billion naira largesse. PCC, that's the Presidential Campaign Council, claims blackmail. The Labour Party presidential candidate is being said to have given the Christian Association of Nigeria some 2 billion naira, and they are saying now, that's the Presidential Campaign Council of the Labour Party, saying it is blackmail. All the details on the front page of the Punch newspaper. To the Nigerian News Direct, CAN kicks as Labour Party debunks 2 billion naira offer by Obit to churches. Labour Party dismisses as blackmail claim on Obi's 2 billion naira gift to churches. CAN, Christian Association of Nigeria, kicks as Labour Party debunks 2 billion naira offer by Obi to churches. Labour Party dismisses as blackmail claim on Obi's 2 billion naira gift to churches. All the details on the front page of the Nigerian News Direct. To this Nigerian newspaper now, elections, we don't have any preferred candidate, says Yakubu. The INEC chair speaking, elections, we don't have any preferred candidate, says Yakubu. INEC set to decongest overcrowded polling units to ease voting. All the details on the front page of this Nigerian newspaper. To the Business AM, Obi Kwankwaso Atiku Tinubu, competitive, inclusive economy, a must-do for Nigeria's next president. Obi Kwankwaso Atiku Tinubu, competitive, inclusive economy, a must-do for Nigeria's next president. You find the details on the front page of the Business AM. And on the front page of the Leadership newspaper, Naira swap, governors warn of recession as cash crunch bites harder. Naira swap, governors warn of recession as cash crunch bites harder. All the details on the front page of the Leadership newspaper. Mike?
All right, I have the Blueprint newspaper here, and it says, Naira scarcity persists, Nigerians groan. Black market booms, operators charge 6,000 Naira commission for 20,000 Naira. Wow. Operators charge 6,000 Naira commission for 20,000 Naira. Naira scarcity persists, Nigerians groan. You see this on the front page of the Blueprint newspaper. All right, NOA sleeping on duty. Scarcity killing farmers, food crisis loom. All right, you see all that too. Let old new notes coexist. Tinubu begs Buhari. All right, let's go to Daily Trust. Rural dwellers resort to trade by barter. Can't access new old notes after taking cash to banks. That's Daily Trust. And Business Day is the next one. It says 31 governors pile up 4.8 trillion naira debt for successors. You see that on the front page of Business Day. That's a big story there. Abuja Enquirer says FCT area councils shared 38.363 billion naira in 2022. No record of IGR. Okay. All that on the front page of Abuja Enquirer. Energy Times. 8 million Nigerians yearning for meters. NERC is revealing this. 8 million Nigerians yearn for meters. NERC is revealing this. National economy is the last one I have here. Years after, sorry story of building collapse in Nigeria continues. Years after, sorry story of building collapse in Nigeria continues. That's the national economy. Veronica?
Right. So there is this story that seemed to interest some Nigerians. Let me not mention names. But anyway, this story talking about CAN and Labour Party. It's coming, I'm sure, as a bit of a surprise to some Nigerians because although in the story, it is said that the Christian Association of Nigeria, if you look at some of the papers this morning, let's take a look at the front page of the Nigerian News Direct. The Christian Association of Nigeria kicks as Labour Party debunks 2 billion naira offer by Obit to churches. Now, some smaller churches had said that the Labour Party gave, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party gave about 2 billion naira to some churches who are members of the Christian Association of Nigeria, and that they were sidelined, talking about some smaller churches. And now the Khan is saying that never happened, and Labour Party is saying this is obviously a blackmail.
Well, they're saying, I read the full letter yesterday, the letter by one church, Dominion something in Imo State, in which the pastor said that 2 billion was given to them by Obi for them to host him and tell their supporters to vote for the Labour Party candidate for president. And that some bigger churches had taken the money and they didn't want the smaller ones to get it. And the smaller one says, you can't chop alone in the kingdom. Myself, I want chop. Myself, I want Obi blessing. Or will you put it Obi bribe? So they are saying that they have been left out. They mentioned some specific churches' names who say that they are aware of it, but they are either that they are indifferent or they are acting as though nothing has happened and so on, and that they wanted their own part of it. Well, that is an allegation.
Yes.
We don't know whether it is true or not, but the letter was written to the camp president. That is why it is significant. And the letter went to the camp president. What did the camp president do? Why has he not responded? Why did he not respond when the people started asking questions? Because this letter is all over the internet. We don't know. We need to get evidence whether there was any sort of money exchange. Was it a tithe to all of them to pay? Or what was it about? It's a grave allegation, especially now that many people are seeing that the LP candidate is pitching himself as the Christian candidate. And the churches, some churches have even endorsed him. I've even said, some pastors have said, vote according to your faith and so on. And, during December Christmas period, the LP candidate was seen moving from church to church. Well, we thought he was only Catholic because when he was governor of Anambra State, and he was playing Catholicism against other churches. Now he has now become interfaith icon. So they are saying, where did that come from? Is that cynical religiosity that you're trying to now be everybody's believer also? Well, the question is it true or is it not true? So we still need to investigate this kind of matter because it is too grave a matter to be left, just lying down.
Yes. Although I think it was one of the churches that responded that the church that instituted this does not have the address reading, does not exist, so to speak. So, but then, Mike, let's get your
Dominion is called the Dominion Center International.
Yeah.
And it was said to be by one Frank Umumere. Yeah. And when the Frank was contacted, he said, I never wrote any letter like that. In fact, Peter Obi himself has come to debunk, well, I didn't give monies to anybody. There's also, I think the Khan has also responded by saying that, well, we didn't collect any money. So I feel that it's possible some persons just sat down. This is the time, this is the season. Some persons just sat down and decided
to smear his image.
And the point there is sometimes, they find pleasure in the kind of mischief at times like this. Just create something. That's part of the disinformation and fake news that we talk about. So some people will just come up with that to create a certain kind of impression or perception or a kind of any kind of thing against or for, depending on who is involved, depending on whatever they're discussing at that time. So all the parties who are involved here, or who are alleged to have been involved here, have all come out to say, oh, no, I did not there wasn't anything like that. Peter Obi has said, I didn't give monies to anybody. In fact, you know Peter Obi's stance. He said he doesn't give shishi.
Yeah.
You know. Anyway, whether that is true or not, that's totally a different thing. But the point that he has come out to say he didn't give any 2 billion naira. And in fact, if you look at it critically, whether Peter Obi is in the position to give 2 billion naira to just churches when he has, you know, a lot of campaigns to do,
the country.
exactly, the entire country, is totally a different discussion here and there, you know. And everybody who is involved has said that. So I feel that it's just mischief from some people. I want to assume so. But like Sam said, we have to we can investigate it, right, to get to the bottom of it, if at all. But the point there is, stories can fly like that.
At a time like
We
this,
have
as
to
we inch closer to the
we have to
election.
look at it to see whether it is true. If it's not true, then whoever wrote it, we should find out who he is.
Right,
Or
and why
she
he is writing
and why the
such.
person did it.
Yes.
And if it is true, then let us find out whether it is true. Let us find out how true it is. We have to leave it like that.
Right.
course.
Because we don't know.
The
We don't know
truth.
whether it is here or it
there.
is there.
Right. It's
But
just
when
an
allegations
allegation.
like this come
Yeah.
out, we address it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. That's
All
true.
right.